Florida is the third largest state as far as human trafficking cases go. Hundreds or thousands of cases of human trafficking every year in the state.
In 2014, the Collier County Sheriff's Department had 27 active cases. Out of those 27 active cases, 19 victims were rescued. Out of those 19 victims, 11 were juvenile, all were female, and all were U.S. born.
Naples and Immokalee, for example, when you talk about rural communities, trafficking can be, hidden in the field, for example, where women and children are trafficked, both sex trafficking and labor trafficking.
There are 30 some odd beds in the entire state of Florida specifically designated as human trafficking victim services. We're 5 of those 30 some beds. So you look at that, you see a disparaging difference between the need for services and the ability to actually provide those services.
In Naples, in communities like this, trafficking is actually happening in neighborhoods. Young girls and women will be trafficked out of, just an average home in a neighborhood. And I think that we're seeing more and more of those cases.
It does and can affect anybody, regardless of their race, their religion, their gender, or their socioeconomic status. It's a problem affecting everybody in our community.
In this area in Southwest Florida, we have known of cases where a survivor has been forced to do 40, 45, 50 tricks in one day. That is not normal activity for a prostitute. That is the activity of somebody who's being exploited. That is the activity of somebody who has a quota. That is the activity of somebody who's being managed. Someone else is telling that person, you have to do more. You have to keep going. Yes, you did 20 Johns already today, but that's not enough.
They estimate that over $150 billion a year are garnished by traffickers. And part of the reason why it's so successful is that their product, or their girls or boys, women or men that are trafficked, can be used over and over again, and they can continue to make money off of that.
Ripped all of my clothes off and started counting the marks on my body, like scars, bruising, things like that. And he said he was going to hit me for every imperfection that I had on my body.
How do you explain in 1 hour interview with law enforcement or a psychologist or a prosecutor, 1 hour interview, how do you explain being raped over 200 times in 1 week for the past 2 years?
So we've had explained to them that there's nothing wrong with literally pimped out for everything wrong with what has happened to them, and like for dinner.
So many of them feel like they're crazy.
It's pretty hard to find someone in this day and age that isn't constant flashing $1,000.